To study the quantum world, physicists usually have to build elaborate traps. You need near-perfect vacuums and temperatures dropping close to absolute zero to coax subatomic particles into revealing their strange behaviors. The consensus was always that these fragile quantum states could never survive in the real world. A living cell is warm, wet, and incredibly chaotic. To a physicist, it is an environment that should instantly scramble any delicate quantum signature. Yet some of the architects of quantum mechanics suspected otherwise. Decades ago, Erwin Schrödinger proposed that the mechanics of life itself, down to genetic mutations, might be driven by tiny subatomic leaps. That early hypothesis has evolved into the modern field of quantum biology. Today, researchers are finding that life relies on the active use of subatomic rules to solve biological problems. Nature has found a way to harness microscopic chaos. By tapping into quantum mechanics, biological systems achieve levels of efficiency that classical thermodynamics cannot account for. Consider a single photon of sunlight traveling across space, eventually captured by a leaf in a forest canopy. According to classical physics, that packet of solar energy has to navigate a dense maze of proteins to reach the plant's reaction center. It should act like a pinball, randomly bouncing off obstacles, losing massive amounts of its energy as heat along the way. But the subatomic world offers a loophole called quantum superposition. This is the ability of a particle to exist in multiple states, or take multiple paths simultaneously. Instead of bouncing, the plant's structure forces the solar energy into a superposition. The energy behaves as a wave, simultaneously exploring every possible route through the protein maze. Because it occupies every path at once, the shortest, most efficient route is immediately mapped. With the optimal path secured, the wave collapses back into a localized particle right at the reaction center. Almost zero energy is lost to heat. The transfer operates with near-perfect efficiency. A leaf is performing a biological quantum calculation. It bypasses the trial and error of the classical world to power its own growth. We see similar microscopic engineering on a much larger geographic scale. Every year, animals migrate thousands of miles across featureless oceans and skies without any visual landmarks to guide them. The European robin, for example, makes this journey with pinpoint accuracy. The bird's internal compass relies on a specific, light-sensitive protein located inside its retina. The mechanism activates the moment a single photon of light enters the eye. To understand how this compass works, we have to look at quantum entanglement. This is a state where two particles become so perfectly linked that a change to one instantly affects the other, regardless of the physical distance between them. When a photon hits the protein, two electrons are knocked out of position and entangled. Earth's magnetic field is weak, usually drowned out by chemical noise. As it washes over the bird, it interacts with these electrons, slightly knocking their spin out of alignment. That tiny subatomic glitch alters the chemical reactions happening inside the retina. The concentration of the resulting chemicals gives the bird a visual overlay, allowing it to physically see the magnetic grid of the planet. Navigating across continents requires maintaining a delicate subatomic link, a state so fragile that keeping it intact outside of an isolated laboratory was long thought impossible. Previous models described living creatures as simple chemical machines, but research is revealing a more complex reality. Over billions of years, natural selection has operated as a blind quantum engineer. It has systematically optimized and shielded these fragile subatomic states from biological noise, turning them into a survival advantage. From the leaves in our forests to the migratory routes across our oceans, the mechanisms of biology are built upon quantum effects. In the billions of years of evolution, life has developed a precision and control over the subatomic world that we are only beginning to document.